let me set this up for you, okay? How many items does it take to start stuttering your island, to start glitching your island, where the items are like flashing in and out, you can't see them all at once? Okay, that many? Animal Crossing New Horizons sold so many more than that, you could bust everyone's island with the amount of copies they've sold. And with that as our foundation, an Animal Crossing spinoff is inevitable. What genre will it be though? Nintendo has attempted Animal Crossing spinoffs in the past, and almost all of them were huge successes. One stands out as a pathetic half-breed. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival tried to take the Mario Party formula and failed. Like, maybe there's some glimmer sliver of hope there, but party game is out. Let me know in the comments down below what genre you think it would be, and if you love my picks. But party game, I'm sorry, it's out. Mario Party owns that cake, and if they were going to do DLC for that game, that would be much more appropriate than trying to throw Animal Crossing into that genre. Racing is out. We know that Mario Kart takes over for all Nintendo universes in the racing space. You look at something like Happy Home Designer, insanely successful, but they brought that into the DLC. So sort of the like more design focus, doubling down on UGC, that's out because it's part of the game. Pocket Camp, also incredibly successful, but why do another mobile game when you already have a mobile game? So mobile is out. A fighting game would be brilliant, but Nintendo, they don't tilt that way typically. Although we do have Splatoon, and we do have Mario with the bullet bill gun in Mario plus Rabbids. It's still out. RPG would be interesting, but I think that sort of betrays the more casual, all-inclusive nature of Animal Crossing, as RPGs would be a little more hardcore, and they kind of already have like Tomodachi Life and Miitopia taking the slot of like casual, fan-centric JRPG, RPG type game. Sports? I mean, Mario seems to own that space. I could see an Animal Crossing sports game being exciting, but honestly, the way that they've developed any sort of action in Animal Crossing is so bad. Is that okay to say? Like, you have to aim to catch the bees and swing to get the leaf, and even the placement of different features and digging, like, it doesn't work as an action game. That developer's strong suit is not like live motion. Your character may as well be an animatronic because they move better in 4 cardinal directions. It just isn't so great as like a real-time type title, at least in the sense of like high-speed action. But what if you slowed that action down? Okay, what about like a puzzle game, like a Tetris-style Match 3, overdone, overblown? I think there's too many of those, and I don't think that really ruffles the feathers. But what about a different type of puzzle game? What about a puzzle game that is more exciting and more fits into what the modern, cooperative, casual, anybody can play but everybody enjoys type title? Now we're talking. I think if Animal Crossing is going to spin off, it should be in one of the following 2 types of games. Animal Crossing In-Flight. This is my pitch for an Overcooked style Animal Crossing game that combines a number of different minigames, borrowing the good from Amiibo Festival, borrowing the good from Nintendo Land, but not bringing the bad. Animal Crossing In-Flight takes place on the flights from the dodos between island to island. We never actually get to see what goes on during that flight or how big the plane actually is. Can anyone even fit inside besides yourself? Well, now we know, because Animal Crossing In-Flight takes Overcooked and throws it in a plane, getting drinks and food for all the different villagers. As you're the villager, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're you, and then they're the animal villagers. There's also things of rearranging the seats, and you could even slow things down. You could have time-based mini-games where you're passing out food and drinks and chaotically, cooperatively trying to get the job done. And then you could slow things down to non-timed and do like logic kind of based puzzles where it's like Cranston refuses to sit next to a goat, but he loves things with no ears, or something like that. You ever do those when you were younger in school, or even to this day on a brain teaser site? Things like that would be really fun. And I think you could also incorporate, what was that one flying game? Do you remember? It's not Plane Flight, it's something Flight. It was an early iPhone mobile game that everybody was obsessed with. You would draw routes for the planes. And basically this would you be playing the other Dodo brother, air traffic control, using your finger to touch screen your way to draw the routes. So like, okay, think about all the people going from island to island. You got to navigate that mess. If anyone knows the game name, please tell me in the comments. I'm totally blanking, but this was a huge part of my early smartphone livelihood. I think there's a lot you could do with Animal Crossing In-Flight in a puzzly way that would be cooperatively simple enough to appeal to everyone, but would be cooperatively chaotic enough to appeal to the hardcore in the same way that Overcooked is so successful. And you could sell this thing at a spin-off price, or if you wanted to bulk it out with more content, maybe a campaign, maybe a bit of a story, you could throw that $60 price point on there. The next one that I'm going to suggest might be an even better idea. I look at Nintendo's IP and I say, what do they have? What don't they have? What have they experimented with before? What would work for Animal Crossing? And I've eliminated many sorts of games, as I've told you, like Racer is out, Party is out, Fighter is out. Platformer, doesn't really fit into the Animal Crossing universe. All of the genres are out, but this puzzly genre can also work in a more expansive way. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was a phenomenal title that was completely overlooked, I think given that it lacked star power. Like, Captain Toad? I love him, but I don't know if he really can carry a game for the mass market. Captain Toad, though, has brilliant ideas of solving puzzles in a simplistic way with a character that does not have the speed and movement chops of Mario. And what did we just say about Animal Crossing being quick and active? It's not so good at that. Present to you Animal Crossing Nook's Adventure, where you are Tom Nook having to go around and save all the villagers. Tom Nook gets to go through 400 stages, in each stage saving a dang villager. And there's money bags to collect for extra goodness, like extra little secrets, how in Captain Toad you could just beat the level, or you could really beat the level. Tom Nook can collect his money and build up his coffer so that he can buy upgrades, he can build out his house. You could even have a little bit of a design element to retain that Animal Crossing spirit. But I think Tom Nook would be the perfect character to walk grid style, or basically grid style, in the way that Toad did in Treasure Tracker, which we know Nintendo has love for. They brought that to Nintendo Switch via a port and even added new content based on Mario Odyssey. Animal Crossing Nook's Adventure would be the perfect way to put us in the shoes of the pivotal franchise host and would allow us to puzzle solve in a really neat way. Think of all the cool environments you could create and all the cool environments that you could place Nook in from all the different games and even beyond. It would be simple to create an underwater level or a space level. All the different themes of furniture and items could be concocted in a way that every level felt unique, and maybe even specific to the character you were seeking out. Saving the characters and villagers would be an absolutely fun motive, and if Nintendo wanted to get real crazy, they could put a level creator in there. Take our skills to the next level, quite literally, where now it's not just about design, but it's about puzzling and creating different scenarios and different sort of small logic type things or strategic type ideas where we can have players solve. Before it was just about beautifying, now it's about beautifying and also brain burning. I really think both of these would go over well with the Animal Crossing audience, but you tell me. If you had your pick between Animal Crossing in Flight, this Overcooked style minigame romp where some are timed and so some are chaotic, but some are slowed down and some are a little bit more cerebral, and Animal Crossing Nook's Adventure, which is basically just ripping Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, throwing Tom Nook in, giving him a very basic moveset that does not require a lot of quick reflex, a lot of skill, a lot of speed, but allows him to save all the villagers in unique stages with cool puzzles and crafty ideas where you can put all the items in different nods to past franchises, past favorites. I mean, imagine Tom Nook has to go get by the Froggy Chair to save Raymond. Now that is a puzzle worth solving. But let me know which of these two you like, or if you have a genre that you prefer. Where do you think Nintendo will go with the Animal Crossing spin-off? I feel like based on the sales, the dollars, and the worldwide phenomenon potential, it's basically inevitable. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.